What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome to the channel. My name is Paula G. Welcome in. Today, I want to talk to you about a movie that came out earlier this year that I'm very surprised that nobody is talked about, and I want to dive into why no one has been talking about this film. It is the Alto Knights, starring Robert De Niro. Why did this come and go like a blimp in the night? Like, this came out and pretty much nobody has talked about this film, and I have a couple of theories of why it surprises me, because this film had a budget of $50 million. It was distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures, which pretty big company, but with this coming out, this marks the second movie in a row for them that has failed at the box office and made no impact at all. And it only made $3 million in its opening weekend. Back on March 21st, it came out the exact same day as Snow White. So maybe that might have had something to do with it. But I think the bigger reason why this movie pretty much failed is because it had no marketing. The first trailer for this film dropped in January and it came out 2 months later. There was no marketing for this film. Robert De Niro is a huge star. He's quite synonymous with gangster films. He should have been out there promoting this stuff for 8 months, probably longer, and this movie would have done so much better. This film was directed by Barry Levinson, and it was written by Nicholas Pileggi. It stars Robert De Niro in two roles, the two main roles. He plays Frank Costello and Vito Genovese, two synonymous mob bosses in the 1950s. This is a biopic. It kind of stays very true to the actual source material, like Frank gets shot in his apartment at the start of the film. That actually happened. He actually did survive. He is the reason why the American people found out that the mobsters were nationwide, because he took it all down. This film was first in the works, titled Wise Guys. It was in early talks as of the 1970s, and it was passed over from every single major studio from the 1970s till 2022, when Warner Brothers finally picked it up. And they picked it up in May 2022, and they gave a green light to start filming in August of the same year. And as of recording today, it has officially only made $9.6 million worldwide, and again on a budget of $50 million, which is pretty crazy. It's on streaming services. You should really go check this out. Let's get this movie going, because this movie was very fun, very good. You might be asking yourself, why is it titled The Alto Knights? Well, this was a famous social club in the 50s that all the mobsters hang out at, so that's why it has this particular name for this film. Some fun facts: the production team used vinyl wrapping on all the 1950s era cars and trucks to make the cars look brand spanking new. Filming started in December 2022 in Ohio. I feel quite bad for Robert De Niro, coming from a movie that he just got an Oscar nomination for in Killers of the Flower Moon, to this film. I think he may have also done himself a little bit dirty. I've seen a lot of people say that this movie may have bombed because of Robert De Niro's political views. What I find strange is March. Why was March the release date? So early on in the year, it's not a good time of year to have gangster films come out, especially the same weekend as Snow White, a family movie, and then you have this come out at the same time. Most people are going to be picking Snow White, even though that also has its own controversies. I think this movie should have came out in the later part of this year, around November. November is more of a quiet month for films, and it may have done even better if it came out later and it had the whole year for marketing, because again, this came out with nothing. It came out with a trailer that left no impressions because nobody reacted to it. Movies only work if they're good enough for the audience to say, I'm going to recommend this to a friend. Word of mouth is the biggest thing for movies. This wasn't a shitty horror movie that came out. This was a full-on big production studio film with a humongous budget, with a humongous star, and nobody's talked about it. And that is a bad thing for this film and for any film. If a film comes out and nobody's talking about it, then the movie's failed already. Movies only work if the hype is there, the marketing is good, and people are interested in seeing it, and then they tell their friends to go see it. Another big problem about this film is Robert De Niro spends more time doing a voiceover for the entire film rather than working with what he had with the script. Even though the script wasn't that good to begin with, I kind of don't blame De Niro for this fact. He plays Frank Costello very well. I liked his performance as Frank, but Vito, I did not like one single bit. He wasn't good in that particular role. I don't know why. Maybe it was just the script, what he had to go with. Another big issue is we have no connection with these characters. Yes, they're real life mobsters, but us, the audience, don't know who they are. They really quickly go through their history together, and then we're thrown straight into all the chaos and the war that's going on between those two. We have no connection to these characters, and it's a big, big problem when we don't care about our main characters. Frank is sort of kind of likable. Vito is not likable, and I get that he's probably not meant to be likable. He's meant to be the villain of the story, but they're both villains because they're both mob bosses. Like, we liked Tony Soprano in The Sopranos, and he was a horrible human being, but yet we liked him. We liked Robert De Niro in Goodfellas. He's a horrible human being in that movie too. We like to like bad guys. Everybody does. So why couldn't we fall in love with Vito or fall in love with Frank? We couldn't get it done. They couldn't get it done. And when the movie spends more time doing a voiceover, talking about the film in a different perspective, Robert De Niro spends more time as Frank at the end of the film doing a voiceover for the whole film. And it doesn't work in this film. It does not work. This isn't even just a stumble. This is a big old flop. The debut weekend, it didn't even crack the top 5. It was number 6. Not even the top 5 of its own weekend. And I really, really wanted to like this film. It doesn't matter how talented a director is, how well known he is, how well known the main star is, how talented they are. We all know Robert De Niro is a good actor. We know Barry is a good director. The mobster genre movies are well liked. They do pretty well most of the time. Why did this all fail? You can't try and save this movie now. I'm hoping if you have watched this, you're willing to go check it out. You can go watch it on HBO Max. You can also watch it on Prime Video, or you can rent it on Apple TV or the Google Play Store. I really, really think you should go check this out. I think it deserves more love than what it got. I personally really, really like this film. I like this type of genre. I like movies when they're based on true people. This was perfect for me. I liked it. I would give this movie a 6.5 out of 10. If you want to learn what was true in this film, I'm going to link down below an article that goes over 5 true facts about the film that really happened. You got to understand that when it's a bio movie, Hollywood's going to be Hollywood, and they're going to Hollywood it up. But that doesn't mean every single thing that happens is fake, and not everything is true. So I'm going to link that down below. Go read it. It's a very good article. While you're also down there, make sure you go follow me on all the social media platforms: Instagram, X, Facebook, Letterboxd. Go over there, hit the follow button. If you've also stayed to this point, maybe you should consider hitting that subscribe button. It would mean the absolute world to me if you hit that little button there. Also leave a like on this video. Let's get this video into the algorithm. let's get this movie some attention, because only one other person has reviewed this film on this platform, and I want to get this movie out there and give it some more love, because I think it deserves it. It's been one of the better films that I've seen this year. Do you have any suggestions for me to watch? Leave them down in the comment section. But until next time, guys, be well, stay safe, have yourself a beautiful day, and I'll catch you guys real soon.